Motor skills are essential for baby's physical strength and movement. They help us move and do everything, from lifting heavy items to typing on a keyboard. Motor skills and motor control begin developing at birth and will progress as baby grows. Having good motor control is an important part of baby's motor development, but it also helps with so many other areas of development. Motor skills help baby meet developmental milestones, prevent early motor delays, build confidence, independence, and executive function skills, move and complete tasks, explore their world, and promote speech, sensory, and cognitive development. Baby begins developing motor skills as a newborn. Baby works on their motor skills during play and everyday activities. As children get older, your little one will be working on their motor skills just by going about their daily routine and getting more involved in activities. However, for infants and toddlers, they need continuous opportunities to help develop and practice their motor skills. Make sure you're encouraging physical movement and development of these skills on a daily basis. Motor skills are broken up into two categories: fine motor skills and gross motor skills. Fine motor skills are related to movements that involve the tiny muscles within the hands and fingers, while gross motor skills can be thought of as any large movement of the body. Mastering both are important for children's growth and independence. Here are some great activities to help promote motor development in their first year. Let's take a look at how they help develop both fine and gross motor skills. At 0 to 3 months, dangle simple objects like a rattle or plastic measuring spoons from a string so baby can swipe at it. Items that light up or make sounds work well. Change objects every few minutes to keep baby engaged. Make sure objects are not a choking hazard. Baby works on gross motor skills by turning their head to track a toy, as well as reaching up with their arms to grab it. Once baby reaches up, they use their fine motor skills to hold onto and explore the toy. At 4 to 6 months, let baby touch fabric with different textures such as wool and velvet. Use a different word to describe each one to them. Soft, rough, smooth. Baby won't understand the meaning, but it's still good to expose baby to new words. Baby gets to work on gross motor skills while sitting up, using their core and legs for stability and control. Baby's arms also need to move in order to reach for an object. They practice fine motor skills as well by feeling the textures with their fingers and grasping objects with their hands. At 7 to 9 months, put baby's favorite toys on the floor in a large circle. Place them in the middle, tummy down. Watch them reach, move towards, and play with the toys. Baby uses gross motor skills to pivot and move towards a toy, whether it's army crawling or rolling. They also use fine motor skills to play with the toy once they reach it. At 10 to 12 months, show baby where toys are put away so they can crawl to find different toys. You can also have baby help clean up toys by saying simple requests like, "Give me," or "Put in." Baby's gross motor skills are used as they crawl to the various toys. Fine motor skills develop as baby closes and opens their hand around an object in order to grasp or release it. Let's dive deeper into fine and gross motor skills and how they are both necessary to help baby develop. Fine motor skills are movements involving small muscle groups, and people typically think of hand movements, but fine motor skills are so much more than just what baby can do with their hands. They do involve muscles, such as those in the hand, wrist, and fingers, but these skills also involve muscles in the eyes, lips, and even tongue. So how can we think of baby's vision development in terms of fine motor skills? At birth, baby's eyes may not coordinate to move together, as this is a learned skill and it takes a lot of practice. You may see one eye slightly lag behind the other in their first few months. According to the American Academy of Ophthalmology, by 3 months, baby's eyes should work together to focus and track objects. As baby's eyes and the fine motor skills that drive them to view their world are developed, their hand-eye coordination will strengthen as well. This allows baby to judge distances using depth perception and to know where to reach their hand and fingers to grasp an object. In babies, this begins as reaching for a toy on the ground, and as baby grows, it develops to using their hands to pull to stand and stack objects. Another extremely cool way baby uses fine motor skills that you may not have thought of is with their lip and tongue movements. These movements are essential for speaking and eating, both as a baby and as an adult. Letters like M, B, or P all require your lips to come together tightly, which requires your lip muscles. Letters like T, D, or L require your tongue to move to the top of the mouth. Try going through the alphabet while thinking about how your lips and tongue need to move to make the sound. These movements are not only essential for speaking, but eating as well. Think of when you use a spoon. Your lips close completely over it as you drag the utensil out of your mouth. You even use your tongue to move food to the back of your mouth in order to swallow. You may notice in babies, their tongue pushes pureed foods out of their mouth. This means they're still strengthening those fine motor muscles of the tongue. Now to the most known muscles used for fine motor skills, the muscles of the hands, wrists, and fingers. One of the most identifiable progressions of hand and finger movements is the pincer grasp. At 0 to 3 months, baby is learning to open and close their fists. They also have a reflex called the palmar grasp reflex, which occurs when something is placed in the palm of baby's hand, and their fingers curl around to grasp it. This skill then progresses to 4 to 6 months, when while lying on their back, baby transfers a toy from one hand to the other. Their hands need to come together, and their fingers need to curl and uncurl in order to successfully complete the transfer. Then at 7 to 9 months, you can see baby will pick up small objects with their thumb and fingers. Being precise in their movements and using hand-eye coordination is essential for this movement. At 10 to 12 months, baby will be able to refine this movement even more and use just their thumb and pointer finger to pick up small objects instead of their thumb and all of their fingers. This is known as the pincer grasp. These progressions, while seemingly tiny and confined to just one body part, end up being crucial for adults in their everyday lives. Eating, typing, writing, playing an instrument, opening a door, all of these things require strong and coordinated hand, wrist, and finger movements. So how can babies strengthen their fine motor skills? In babies, at 0 to 3 months, use a rattle to visually gain baby's interest. Make sure baby is able to wrap their fingers around the base. At 4 to 6 months, give toys that require baby to use their hands and fingers to close objects. At 7 to 9 months, wrap toys in newspaper so baby needs to unwrap it with their fingers. At 10 to 12 months, offer baby food on their high chair, like cereal or soft cooked vegetables, for them to pick up and put in their mouth. This also works on their lip and tongue muscles as well. In toddlers, at 13 to 18 months, let your toddler paint on a paper plate or tray with yogurt. Encourage them to use their fingers to draw and their full hand to smear around the yogurt. Alternatively, play a toy drum or an overturned container in front of your little one. Have them use wooden spoons or their hands as drumsticks and make some sounds. At 19 to 24 months, cut an apple in half and use it as a stamp. Your little one can also use carrots to roll around in the paint. You can also cut holes into the lid of a box and have your toddler push pom-poms through the holes. Different sized holes can create new challenges. Some they can drop, and others they will have to push through. In children, color with a crayon or marker. Have your child draw you a masterpiece. Holding a marker to draw will work on their grasp, and moving their wrist will work on their muscle movements. Use scissors. Draw a shape on a piece of paper. Give your child child-safe scissors and have them cut out the shape. This will require them to use hand-eye coordination and finger movements in order to open and close the scissors. Play with putty. Dump out some dough or make your own putty. Give it to your child to play with and make new shapes. This requires them to use their palm and fingers to mold the putty or dough into different shapes and sizes. Play with your little one to develop their fine motor skills today. Now let's talk about gross motor skills. Gross motor skills are movements related to large muscle groups, such as the legs, arms, and the trunk. With large muscle groups comes large movements. Think of rolling, crawling, sitting up, walking, running, jumping. All of these are gross motor skills. But before a baby starts progressing through these large movements, they need to build strength in their muscles in order to gain the control necessary to complete their motor tasks. Head control, a strong core, and control of their limbs is a major part of baby figuring out how to move. This definitely doesn't happen right away. Through playtime, baby gets to develop each of their major muscles while also having fun. The trunk, also known as baby's neck, back, and most importantly, core. The core is essential to baby's motor function. It begins developing at birth through tummy time and eventually allows baby to roll, sit, crawl, and walk. A strong core also lets baby use their arms and legs more purposefully. As baby grows, having more stability allows them to move, play, and explore. From baby turning their head at 1 month to pivoting in a circle at 6 months, having a strong core is the foundation of it all. Think of the core as a central point of baby's motor ability, with baby's arms and legs extending from this central core. The core is the anchor of the body that provides stability, strength, and control to the rest of the limbs in order to move and function. When thinking of baby's arms, your first thought may be, arms are used for reaching. And while this is true, baby's arms play a much larger role. Pushing up onto arms during tummy time requires strength to hold up their body. Rolling involves baby being able to move their arms out of the way and assist in the roll. Even in crawling, baby needs the strength and stability of their arms in order to support themselves on all fours. Progressing through their tummy time abilities helps baby get used to this feeling of support and weight bearing as baby moves from pushing up on arms to supporting on all fours to finally taking those movements to move themselves forward. Baby also needs strength and control in their arms to reach for toys, pull up to standing, and eventually hang from the monkey bars. Baby's legs are also crucial to their motor movements. Walking may be the first thing you think of when it comes to baby's legs, but just like baby's arms, their legs contribute to so many more aspects of their motor ability than just the obvious ones. Like walking, crawling also requires stability in baby's legs to coordinate with the arms to move forward. Sitting, while requiring more core to be able to stay upright, also needs the legs to be stable, controlled, and positioned properly in order to assist in their upright posture. Baby's legs are also crucial when learning how to pick up toys off the ground. Baby starts with squatting instead of bending, since it's easier to balance in a squat compared to bending over. In order to squat, baby has to have good balance and stability in their legs. Once baby is out of toddler years, leg strength becomes important for walking upstairs, playing, running around the playground, and so many more learning opportunities. So how can babies strengthen their gross motor skills? In babies, at 0 to 3 months, put baby on their tummy, get down on their level, and encourage eye contact. Or you can place a mirror in front of baby so they see themselves in a new way. At 4 to 6 months, place baby on your lap, sitting upright, and lightly move your knees up and down, and then side to side. Make sure to securely hold on to baby. At 7 to 9 months, create a tunnel with your legs and encourage baby to crawl through. Catch them by squeezing your legs together as they pass. After getting caught a few times, they may speed up to try to get past you. At 10 to 12 months, let baby stand next to or behind a soft chair or small piece of furniture that they can hold onto for support, and then encourage them to reach to one side for a toy. Then put the toy on their other side and have them reach with the other arm. In toddlers, at 13 to 18 months, you can set up a mini obstacle course in your living room. Make pillow stacks to crawl over or lay a blanket over a table to make your toddler crawl under it. You can also bring your toddler to the playground, let them explore, go on a swing, or slide down a slide. They also get to interact with other kids and play outdoors. At 19 to 24 months, chase your toddler around the room saying, "I'm gonna get you." Let the anticipation of catching them build until you eventually get them. You can also set bubble wrap on the floor and have baby run over it. Ask them to walk, run, and jump on it. In children, draw an extended version of hopscotch on the sidewalk or driveway. Add a dance party, spin moves, or more jumps to keep your little one moving forward and having fun. Add stepping stones or stable containers to your backyard or living room. Try having your little one move from step to step in this advanced obstacle course. Try some animal walks. A bear, a snake, a crab. What would their walks look like? Your little one will enjoy walking in different ways. Join in with them for even more fun. Play with your little one to develop their gross motor skills today. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel and check out our other social media accounts in the description below. It's never too early or too late to get baby on the right pathway.